Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopi Janavallabha Girivaranadi Gopi Janavallabha Girivaranadi Yasodandana Prajajanandana Yasodandana Prajajanandana Yamunatira Vanasani Yamunatira Vanasani Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Sitaram Lakshmana Hanuman Sitaram Lakshmana Hanuman Jaya Sitaram Lakshmana Hanuman Sitaram Lakshmana Hanuman Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Sila Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada 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 Sila Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Gurudev Hare
Jayom Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajagatacharya Astuta Rasata Shishimadhi Divine Grace ISKCON Founder Acharya Jagadguru Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jayom Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajagatacharya Astuta Rasata Shishimadhi Divine Grace Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada Ki Ananda Gaudiya Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Prem Kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Sri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopal Gopina Shyama Purada Kunda Giri Garavardhan Ki Vrindavan Dham Ki Mathura Ram Ki Navadvip Mayapur Dham Ki Jagannath Puri Dham Ki Jamuna Mai Ki Jai, Ganges Mai Ki Jai, Tulasi Devi Ki Jai, Bhakti Devi Ki Jai, Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai, Itai Gaura Premanande. All glorious assembled devotees, all glorious assembled devotees, all glorious assembled devotees, all glory to Shri Guru Shri Gauranga. Namo Vishnu Padya Krishna Prita Bhutale Shrimati Bharatita Shamta Mr. Krishna Bharashitam Shri Gaura Karuna Shakti Bhutita Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Mudiraye Ashtaprayesha Badreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sivayam Bhagavati Uttama Suluke Bhakti Bhavati Nashti Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya 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 Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunritam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhisham Tapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahiyam Tatati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yudapadakam Shri Gurun Vaishnavanscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Radha Shri Satam Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopisa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namasute Tapta Kanchana Gauri Adhi Vrindavaneshwari Kesavanasute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sandhya Eva Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavyo Namo Namaha Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Grantara Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Shri Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman Ki Srila Prabhupada Ki Hare Krishna. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 9, Chapter 11. Lord Ramachandra rules the world. Text 23. Purusho Ramacharitam Shravanair Upadharayan Andrisamsya Parorajan Karma Bandheri Vimurchyate Purusho Ramacharitam Shravanair Upadharayan Anirishamsya Parorajan Karma Bandhari Vimuchyate Purusho Ramacharitam Shravanair Upadharayan Anirishamsya Parorajan Karma Bandhari Vimuchyate
Purusho Ramacharitam Shravanairupadharayan Anishansya Parorajan Karma Bandhari Vimuchyate Purusho Ramacharitam
Shravanair
Anrisamsya Parorajan Karma Bandhari Vimuchyate
Purusho Ramacharitam Shravanair Upadharayan Anirishamsya Parorajan Karma Bandhari Vimuchyate.
Mataji's Vaishnavis.
Purushaha, any person. Ramacharitam, a narration concerning the activities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Ramachandra. Shravanai, by oral reception. Upadharayan, simply by this process of hearing. And Rishayasya Para becomes completely free from envy. Rajan, O King Parikshit, Karma Bandhai, by the bondage of fruitive activities, Vimuchyate, one becomes liberated. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki. O King Parikshit, one who orally receives the narrations concerning the characteristics of Lord Ramachandra's pastimes will ultimately be freed from the disease of envy, and thus be liberated from the bondage of fruitive activities. Purport. Here in this material world, everyone is envious of someone else. Even in religious life, it is sometimes found that if one devotee has advanced in spiritual activities, other devotees are envious of him. Such envious devotees are not completely freed from the bondage of birth and death. As long as one is not completely free from the cause of birth and death, one cannot enter the Sanatan Dham, or the eternal pastimes of the Lord. One becomes envious because of being influenced by the designations of the body. But the liberated devotee has nothing to do with the body, and therefore he is completely on the transcendental platform. A devotee is never envious of anyone, even his enemy, because the devotee knows that the Lord is his supreme protector. He thinks, what harm can the so-called enemy do? Thus, a devotee is confident about his protection. The Lord says, Dijatamam prapadyante tam sataiva badami aham. According to the proportion of one's surrender unto me, I respond accordingly. A devotee must therefore be completely free from envy, especially of other devotees. To envy other devotees is a great offense, a Vaishnava aparad. A devotee who constantly engages in hearing and chanting Shravana Kirtana is certainly freed from the disease of envy, and thus he becomes eligible to go back home, back to Godhead. Ki Shri Ramchandra Bhagavan ki, Sisi Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman ki. Purusho Rama Charitam Shravanai. That's what 𝐒𝐤𝐳𝐿 said. Anyone who already receives the narrations, anyone who hears the activities of Lord Ramachandra, that is, if we hear, not everyone hears. Even when we sit in a class, it is not everyone that hears. But 𝐶𝐈 said, anyone who is fortunate to hear the activities of Lord Ramachandra will become free from envy. Envy is extremely dangerous and very devastating. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami said, an envious person is not destroyed by weapons. Is not destroyed by a Brahmastra weapon. An envious person is destroyed by the fire of his or her own envy. So envy burns like fire. It is fire. very, very destructive. We can say that Lord Ramachandra went to the forest, although it is planned before his coming. It is already planned. To facilitate the plan, it was conducted by envy. His stepmother, being influenced by bad association, denied him of his heritage, his envy. That is how dangerous envy is, that the envy of his stepmother made him to spend 14 years in the forest. That's how dangerous envy is. 14 years. The envy which was perpetrated for just less than an hour placed him in 14 years of jail for being in the forest. That's envy, very dangerous. It is a flame that burns. Even one who is trying to be a devotee. The Papa said here, when we see a devotee trying to make advancement, envy will start to burn us. That it burns our intelligence, it will burn off our bhakti to make us ordinary person. Ordinary person. Envious person is not a devotee. Envious person is an ordinary person. So Lord Ramachandra bears this envy without revenge. Even his brother, Lakshman, took his bow. I'm going to close down the universe. Who is this rascal father that can send my brother to... Lord Ramachandra said, a bona fide child, a bona fide disciple, a responsible disciple does not consider the father's activity to be sinful. If it is to uphold his dignity, a responsible child is ready to carry it out. Put down your weapon, because this is not the time for it. Put it down. And he voluntarily, it's a supreme will, out of his supreme will, he accepted to do something which is extremely difficult to do by many people. It is extremely difficult to do what Lord Ramachandra did. Therefore it is said, whoever hears his activities become purified from envy. Because how did Lord Ramachandra deal with his brothers? With envy? No. How did Lord Ramachandra rule the citizens? With envy? No. How did he relate with everything and every situation, including his enemy? With envy? No. Therefore, if we hear about Lord Ramachandra's activities, one becomes purified from envy, because he has no envy. He only has the concern to help others. This is the position. He has no envy. Then we can say, if he has no envy, why did he kill Ravana? Lord Ramachandra did not kill Ravana because of envy. It is the duty of those who are powerful to give protection to the dependent. It is the duty of the rulers to protect those who are loyal, those who are submissive, those who are dependent. Sita Devi depended 100% on Lord Ramachandra. No reservation. It is the duty of the king to protect those who are 100% dependent. And Sita Devi was 100% dependent on Ramachandra. So it was his duty to protect her. It was not out of envy, it is out of duty. As a perfect ruler, as a perfect king, the perfect supreme personality of Godhead, his activities have to be done in a perfect way that will give people confidence that there is shelter. There is shelter. Lord Ramachandra rulership gave shelter to everybody. Everyone was happy, satisfied, and confident that yes, I have an able king who will protect me at all times. They will not fear in Ayodhya. They will not fear. That is Lord Ramachandra. No one was afraid of anything or anybody, any demon, disease, or sickness, or death. Nobody was afraid because of his dealings, his fellowship. A demon who was acting as a Brahmana. It's not a Brahmana, it's a demon. Chastised his wife. Do you think I am like Lord Ramachandra controlled by a woman? His wife stayed with another man for 1 year. He took her back. I am not like Ram. You go back to where you are coming from. Lord Ramachandra had him speaking like this. He had him speaking. He is the supreme personality of Godhead. But he blessed him. He was not envious of a person blaspheming him. He blessed him. You should appear, you should be born in Mathura in your next life. He gave him birth in Mathura. In his next birth, he became the dry cleaner of Kamsa. That's an enemy, it's a demon. He gave him a place. He should have killed him because that is his duty. He should have killed him. But because he has to do with him personally, Lord Ramachandra blessed him. You take birth in Mathura. He was not envious. He never responded according to people's nonsense, whimsical behavior. His activities are spotless, without blemish. Therefore, hearing about his activities purifies one who is fortunate to hear about his wonderful qualities, his wonderful behavior. Who could do that except the Supreme Lord? And even after killing Ravana, Lord Ramachandra, with all the challenges he passed through, living in the forest for 14 years, has to take a lot of trouble to construct a bridge. He's searching for Sita Devi. facing so many demons in the forest. All the difficulties he passed through because of Ravana. But after killing him, he personally did the funeral rite for Ravana. Personally. He did not ask other people, go and do the rite for him. He conducted everything personally to show the world that he is free from envy. He didn't kill Ravana because he kidnapped his wife. But he did because he had to keep the law and order. An aggressor has to be punished. Ravana is an aggressor. He destroyed the order of the universe. It's his duty to take care of that, and he did perfectly. That is Ramchandra Prabhu. His pastimes, he will ultimately be free anyone who hears about him. Because he's so wonderful, so magnanimous in his character. That he does not see anyone as an enemy. He treated everybody in such a way that their Krishna consciousness is stimulated. That is a powerful preacher. To stimulate the consciousness, Krishna consciousness of everyone is the duty of responsible people. Lord Ramachandra came to teach the process. He did himself personally. Stimulate everyone's Krishna consciousness in any way possible. He did. He's so magnanimous, so pure, that every day Lord Ramachandra comes to his office, he wouldn't sit down. When he entered the office, he will look. Is there anyone who has difficulty? In our temple, or in our movement, is it easy to see our leaders? Do we easily see our leaders? Without difficulty? Without queuing? Anyone can see Lord Ramachandra anytime. Not even only human beings, including animals. They will see Lord Ramachandra if they have a need. He's so caring, so concerned about the citizens that when he entered the office to do his management, he will stand and check, is there anyone who needs some assistance? He is the supreme personality of Godhead, but he has spies. Why is it necessary? Because the ministers may not give him complete information. They have a right. Those who does not vote us into power, when we take position, we will not respond to their need as much as those who voted for us. Lord Ramachandra is aware. Therefore, he's very careful to see that people are not mistreated. So you check. Is anyone who is interested to see me? Anyone has any difficulty? Until no response before he sit down to continue his management. So one day, Lord Ramachandra asked Lakshmana, check if there's somebody in difficulty want to see me. Lakshmana said nobody, everyone is okay. He said, no, go and check. So he came out of the the palace, and he saw a dog by the gate with a bleeding head. Lakshman said, you have a problem? You want to see the Lord? He said, yes, come, let's go. The dog said, no, I cannot go like that because of my nature. Go and ask the Lord. Only if he gives permission, then I can enter. I'm not qualified to enter a temple, the king sanctified places. So Lakshman came back to Lord Ramachandra and told him, there is a dog by the gate waiting to see you, but he cannot come in until you give permission. Lord Ramachandra said, bring him. So the dog came inside. Lord Ramachandra said, what happened? The dog said, I was lying, being fully confident under your leadership. I have not been afraid or worried of anything until today. I saw a Brahmana becoming angry at me and struck my head. So there is a bleeding and injury. A Brahmana? Yes. Please bring him in. The Brahmana also came in. Ramachandra said, did you do this? He said, yes. Why? I was chanting 64 rounds and fasting nirjala. After completing 64 rounds and I became thirsty, I wanted to drink water, being exhausted from sadhana. Strong sadhana. I became thirsty and I wanted to drink water. The dog was lying on the path, and when I told the dog to get off the way, recognizing my exalted position as the first-class pure devotee who had been chanting your pure holy name and have been fasting, serving you like anything, this common dog was an obstacle. I'm very slow to recognize my position, so I hit the head. Can a devotee who is chanting 64 rounds like this be so angry? Huh? He said, no. I have seen. Not even in other places, in Vrindavan. A devotee who chants 64 rounds every day. His anger. His anger was questionable. Is a concern. His anger is a concern. He chants his Quran every day. In Vrindavan, not in Delhi. So the question is he chanting his 4 rounds? Is he chanting his 4 rounds? Huh? I'm not sure chanting his 4 rounds. I'm not sure. No one, a person cannot chant 64 rounds every day and be so angry. Cannot be so envious. So Lord Ramachandra said, you are a Brahmana, you're a devotee. You did this? Say, yes, I did. Lord Ramachandra, the perfect king, he asked his exalted ministers. One cannot be a good king without spies. One cannot be a good king without ministers who are perfect brahmanas to support and guide. It is said, even materially, that a tree cannot make a forest. That does not apply to Lord Ramachandra, but because he is a teacher of the world, he had to set the example. He has spies and he has brahmanas. He never ruled alone. He does his management with advisors. Lord Ramachandra never conduct any serious issue alone. He must consult his ministers. So he asked, the ministers are not just about today ministers. They are perfect Maharishis, great sages, Vasistha Muni, and others. So he asked them, is there any punishment for a brahmana? Can a brahmana be punished? All the sages responded, a brahmana cannot be punished. Lord Ramachandra said, yes, that is Vedic. That is Shastri. Now you look at his activity, does his activity qualify him as a brahmana? What is the most important quality of a brahmana? Huh? Tolerance. Is it tolerance? Huh? The first word Krishna used in Bhagavad Gita, brahmana, is what? The first word in this sloka, 1042. What is the first word? What is the first word? 1042. The first word. I'm looking for the first word. Yes. It's peaceful. Brahmana is peaceful. A peaceful person cannot be injurious to others. Is violent. This is violence, and not the quality of a brahmana. A devotee cannot be violent. How can we preach if we are violent? How can we preach? Lord Ramachandra is not violent. He's peaceful. All his activities were perfectly conducted. That's what he came to teach. And he's claimed that he's perfectly protecting a citizen is disturbing another citizen. And Prabhupada said, who is a citizen? In a lecture, Prabhupada, who is a citizen? A person who is born in that country is a citizen of that place. He had to be protected. But in our situation, we are killing animals and protecting the humans. Of course, these days, that's also not going. We are killing human beings also. That's how we have become so degraded. Lord Ramachandra came to teach how we should behave. This is violence, and the violence does not represent a brahmana. It does not represent a preacher, a Krishna conscious person. So, everybody was now, devotees were still brainstorming. Now they started to brainstorm, research all the scriptures to find what should be the punishment for unqualified Brahmana? Who is a misrepresentation. Ramachandra is setting a perfect standard, and within his own kingdom, there is a misrepresentation. That is not how a disciple should act. Disciples are representative of the spiritual master. Our activities will go to the king, to the guru. The activities of the citizens go to the king. The disciples go to the guru. The servant go to the master. Ramchandra came to teach this, a perfect lesson. So, he has acted below the standard. Yes, he is a Brahmana, but he is not qualified. When the Brahmana is not qualified, Brahmana, how is he called? Huh? Brahma Bandhu. He's a friend of the Brahmana, not a Brahmana, but a friend. Therefore, he should be punished. He's qualified for punishment. Now, that is that now all the ministers were able to accept, okay, he's a Brahma Bandhu, not a Brahmana, but a Brahma Bandhu. He's not a Brahmana, he's not qualified by his activity, he's not qualified. He's full of anger, he is not tolerant, he's not peaceful. All the Brahmana qualities does not exist in him. But he is born in the Brahmana family. In our culture, we have so many people who are born in Brahmana family who are not Brahmanas. And at the same time, we have seen people who are born not in the Brahmana family who became Brahmanas. So the thing is, by quality, the quality that distinguishes one object from another, the quality, not just the situation. Now, the next perplexity, how to punish a Brahma Bandhu. How to punish a Brahma Bandhu. The ministers, they say, okay, Lord Ramachandra, you are the supreme. Whatever you say, it is perfect and complete. He said, no. That is not the situation. I know that I'm supreme, but I'm asking you because leadership means what? To take everyone along. I'm taking you. You are going to be the successor. How will you lead if you are not now trained? And I can see their maturity before leaving. So, the Lord put back the situation to their hand. You deliberate and tell me what to do. When they couldn't find anything, they're putting it back to the Lord. Then the Lord Machanda said, let us ask the dog. The Supreme Lord, he didn't say anything. The sages didn't say anything. What would the dog say? Lord Machanda said, don't worry, let's ask the dog. Mr. Dog, what should be the punishment for the Brahma Bandhu? The dog said, my Lord, let him be made the king of Kurujangala. Yeah? How is that punishment? Say, wait. And he should be carried to his kingdom on the palanquin with heavy kirtan. This is glorification. This is not punishment. How can it be punishment? He is made a king. Yes. If you make a dog a king, will he become a king? Huh? Will a dog become a king if you make him a king? Yes or no? No. So let us use our intelligence. We should use our intelligence. They shouted, no, this is glorification. We have promoted him. We make him a king. And he's going to be taken to his kingdom on the palanquin with heavy kirtan. This is not a punishment. Lord Ramachandra said, listen to the wisdom of the dog. Listen. All of you are sages, but the dog is not a sage. But look at his wisdom. Listen to his wisdom. He said, okay, all right. Please tell us, how is this punishment? The dog said, to punish the person who is very proud, full of false ego, who has no control over the senses. The best way to punish the person is to give him a big position. He will die in 2 days. He will not last more than 2 days. And nobody will blame you for the punishment. So he continued. In my previous birth, I was a king of Kurujanga. I followed all the religious principles very nicely. I respected the demigod and paid them due respect. I give them their right. But I made a mistake and I became a dog as I am now. Yes, one can follow religious duties very nicely. If one is not a devotee, there is no protection. Religious activities are not sufficient to protect anyone. We must be devotee. Only when one is a devotee that we have full shelter, full protection from Krishna. So, making a king and carry him on the palanquin to his kingdom. Since he does not have control over the senses, he's going to insult the sages and he will fall down dead. It happened to King Nahusa. In his own case, he even is a sage. But for this Brahmana, the situation is worse. And Srila Prabhupada commented on this. And he was referring to his representative, the GVC. If all of you does not perform your duty nicely, you can fall and become a Shudra in your next life. The position is to serve, not to become a master, is to serve. So in this way, Lord Ramachandra he gave a powerful lesson for everyone. Therefore, Sukadeva Goswami is saying, if we hear these activities of Lord Ramachandra, which is very, very powerful, as being free from envy, we will also destroy our envy and be free to practice Christian consciousness. So he recommends we should hear the activities of Lord Ramachandra. He performed unlimited pastimes. The first time I was reading Ramayana, no, the first time, the second time, yeah, the second time I read different varieties of Ramayana. Varieties of Ramayana I read. The second time I was reading Ramayana, and I was getting disturbed at a point. When the battle was going on, Lord Ramachandra was peacefully sitting when the monkeys were being killed right before his eyes. They were killing them. They were running here and there. They were in anxiety, running here and there. But Lord Ramachandra was very, very peaceful and not concerned. I was worried. These people are fighting for you, and they are killing them. They have no weapon. The enemies have such a terrible weapons. They are killing their people, and you don't have any worry about them. Is it fair? I was thinking like this. Hey, Lord Ramachandra, can't you use your power to protect this? They are fighting for you. They are really fighting. They gave their life for you. Can't you do something? I was thinking, I was worried. Should I continue to read because what the Ravana's children, they really have mystic power. They were killing the monkeys. I was feeling frightened. The Lord is not protecting his devotees. Somehow or other, by his causeless mercy, I managed to continue reading till the end. And at the end, when everything was settled, Lord Ramachandra asked Sugriva, what boon do you want from me for the sacrifice you have done? I want to reciprocate. Ask me for any boon. And Sugriva said, all my people who died, bring them back to me. I want all of them back. And Lord Ramachandra returned all of them back. Did I say, Jai Ramchandra Bhagavan Ki? Yes, now I understand the supreme personality of Godhead. Yes. Because for him that was nothing. It was nothing. It was nothing. So no one died from his side. Only Ravana was destroyed with his people. But from the side of Lord Ramachandra, everyone was alive. This is Ramchandra Bhagavan. So hearing about this, are we not getting hope? Are we not confident? Huh? You not? Yes. He is there eternally as my protector. He is standing there as my protector. Even if I don't see him, he is there as my protector. He told Ravana, I, whose attempt never failed, I will send you to Yamaras today. And he did. So, we have that supreme personality of Godhead whose attempt never failed. So, as a devotee, we pray, Lord Ramachandra, make my attempt in Krishna consciousness a success. That I should not be a failure. Make me a success by your causeless mercy. That's why he's appearing. To make us a success in our Krishna consciousness. That our endeavor will meet with success. That is Ramchandra Bhagavan. We are hopeful in Krishna consciousness. To hear about him, our envy will be destroyed. If you really hear. This is the way to conquer envy. There is no hospital where we can treat envy. The only hospital for treating envy is to hear the auspicious, the supreme nectarian activities of Lord Ramachandra, who is not envious. He related with his brothers friendly. He gave them every right to exist. He made them comfortable. His activities are glorious. So here it is how Lord Ramachandra rules this world. How did he rule it? With love, with the peace, with joy, without envy. He conducted everything based on that. He took care of everyone, even those who seems to be envious of him. The Lord blessed him. When Ravana sent his own spies to come and spy Lord Ramachandra, by then division has already come to him. And division he could understand from the sky. He noticed those entities there, they are coming from my brother. He could see them because he's from there, so he knows. They are coming from my brother. And even though they have not reached here, they have already studied everything about us completely. So they are a threat. If your enemy knows your secret, your life is in danger. So the vision said they have already studied everything about every one of us. They know everything about us. They know our strength. They know our limitation. They know our weakness. And they will go and deliver that to their master who sent them, Ravana. So the best thing is to arrest them. They were arrested. Again, Lord Ramachandra did not take action. He has to ask all of his cabinet members what to do with our spies who have understood everything about us, and they are going to go and give our secret to their king who sent them. So the battle is already won. We are preparing for a battle, but they have already gotten our secret. Our weapons is also known to them. Your enemy knows all their weapons, they know all their strength. They are not going to use the same with your weapon. They are going to use something better than yours. So the spies are they have already gotten everything great and are giving it to their master what to do. Kill them. That's the first reaction. Kill them. Kill them. They should not be allowed to go. Or at best, make them our followers. So they can use their strength to fight their master. Ramachandra was listening to it. He went round to ask. He didn't give answer himself. Not because he don't know. Not because he's fooling them. No. He wants to carry everyone along. So he asked them. And they sincerely gave their support. All of them, they contributed sincerely. What should be done? Then finally, Lord Ramachandra gave the verdict. We don't have problem with the spies. Our target is Rama. Let them go. Oh, it is dangerous for us. They are not a danger for us. They are not a danger. What could be a danger for a devotee? What is a danger for a devotee? What is the danger? Danger does not exist for a devotee. So Lord Ramachandra said, see, let me tell you, if Ravana himself, if he just come here now and say, I'm sorry, everything will end here. I will never continue with it. Everything will end here. Just, even if it is artificial. But if you just come here pretentiously and tell me, I'm sorry, please forgive me, I will forgive you. So if I can do that to Ravana, what about the servant? They are nothing. Let them go. Everybody was cool. This is the Supreme Lord. He has no enemy. He is the Supreme Father of all living entities. And he takes care of everyone. Those who are serving him, those who are not serving him, he takes care of everyone. He reciprocates the dealings of everyone. Ramachandra told Hanuman, who minimized the squirrel. We do things according to our capacity. We don't expect a poor person to give millions of donations to somebody because he doesn't have that. So a poor person is going to give according to his level. A wealthy person will also give according to the level. But whatever gift which we are giving, the qualification is the attitude. If a billionaire gives some thousands, it is not a gift. So we saw in the Bible a lady in her entire life, she was having only 1 rupee for life. And she gave that to Jesus. Meanwhile, people have given thousands and billions to Jesus. He didn't see them. But when he got this 1 rupee from this lady, Jesus took it and showed it to the world. See, this is the best gift. What are the billions, the millions around? He didn't show it. He showed only 1 rupee. What is this showing? What is he teaching? She gave everything without pride. She was not thinking about the future. She was only concerned about the Lord. What I say, give it with pride. See what I'm doing? You see what I'm doing? Yes. We are seeing what you are doing, and we are also seeing what you are not doing. And we are seeing more of what you are not doing. Because what you are not doing is so powerful that has blinded us from seeing what you are doing. The quality. There's a quality. Lord Ramachandra is teaching the quality of service. What is the quality? Not the quantity, what is the quality? So Ramachandra told him, that is what he can do. This is what you can do. Just do what you can do and let others do what they can do. I will check which one will attract me the most based on the purity of the giver. So, we should hear about Lord Ramachandra and we'll be successful in our Krishna consciousness. Sri Ramachandra Bhagavan ki jai. Hare Krishna. Comment?
Bhakti Dhira Swami Maharaj Ji ki jai. कोई प्रश्न है किसी का? Anybody has any question?
Hare Krishna. Thank you for such a wonderful class, especially about the lessons from Lord Ramachandra. My question was that you told that Lord Ramachandra didn't kill Ravana for stealing Sita rather than he acted as a duty. If we hear about Ramayana, then Ravana already abducted a lot of women from different places. Ravana already had a lot of women whom he already abused and raped like this. So that time Lord Rama didn't act, but this time he acted. So how to understand that he did it as a duty?
Yes. Ravana has raped other women. He didn't rape Sita, but he did for others. Why Ramachandra didn't kill him that time? His activities was accumulating. All his sinful deeds were accumulating to Sita. So Lord came and deal with it. That's the accumulation of your sinful activities that resulted to that. So only one activity he did. He had been doing all this nonsense all along. That's the culmination that Ramachandra did. Yes, sir.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much for the wonderful explanation of Maharaj. Can you explain Pastimes of that dog? So where that Damodara was promoted to the position of king. So you explained that. So does that also happen in a spiritual organization like ours? Because there are also many times we see that many people who are not qualified, they are promoted to the positions. And they also commit so many offenses. But over a period of time, we see that after unintentionally exploiting many people, they also get purified. Even though they are unintentionally exploiting many people, they do not wish to exploit them. But because of their nature, they are doing that. So, but that we do not see there. So, how do we understand?
If we exploit people unintentionally, like you said, it's our bad nature, and we are engaged sincerely in Krishna consciousness, we will get purified. We will get purified by that. But if we exploit people intentionally, which is happening, it is happening in our movement. Yes. If it may look as if they are not being punished, it may look like that, but they are being punished. If you look very carefully, you'll see they don't have taste for chanting. They don't have taste for chanting. They are engaged in serious management and in meetings and forgetting their job. This is punishment. They won't chant. And you also notice that their lust will not go down. Their lust will be increasing. Their anger also will be increasing. The pride will be increasing. That's punishment. Eventually, they're not going to go back to Godhead. Even in the movement. Because It is very, very dangerous. Prabhupada said here, Vaishnava Parad. Very, very dangerous. The only thing that can check anyone from progressing in Krishna consciousness, Vaishnava Parad. We will not make advancement because we are ordinary people. Envious person is an ordinary person, not a devotee. And yesterday we mentioned him from 𝐃𝐡𝐚𝐤𝐭. And Prabhupada said they should be rejected. We should not respect them. We should not honor them. They should be rejected in 𝐃𝐡𝐚𝐤𝐭. Envious people should not be accepted as devotee. We should reject them. So they are already rejected that they will not make progress in Krishna consciousness. Krishna will not show them favor. Yeah, they may get position, which is punishment. The position is not, we mentioned before, position is for service. It is not a remuneration for our practicing bhakti. If one accepts that, it's punishment. It's not progress, which is happening. We should not use our position to victimize others, to intimidate other people, to discourage people from taking to Krishna consciousness. If you do that, you will suffer. Definitely will suffer. Because to become attracted to Krishna consciousness is not easy. So Vrindavan Das Thakur said one is very, very, very fortunate to take to Krishna consciousness. It's a great, great, great fortune. So to discourage a person who has been called in here by Krishna is very dangerous. So the punishment is going on there. Imperceptibly by the person who is being punished. And by also his foolish followers who are also blind like their master, they will not see that they are punished.
Qualified, but for the sake of because manpower is less, so we take a person who is not so qualified and put him at the top, and then he intentionally exploits people, and in that process, his devotion service is also hampered, and other people's devotion service is also hampered, and externally the movement grows.
Yes.
So that is that also not the fault of the leaders who are appointing those people?
It's a fault of the leader who appointed the person. Everybody will share that karma. Everybody will share it. It is a fault. It is a fault. Why is it a fault? If one is not qualified to enter into university, we didn't pass the exam to enter, but we have been given a chance to enter. I should not think that I'm qualified. I should take it that, okay, this is a chance for me to appreciate the mercy which is given to me by putting effort. Putting effort into it so I can get the mercy to continue. So even if one is not qualified, and if you look very carefully, in the beginning, not this time of ISKCON, in the beginning of ISKCON, all the successes that took place here were due to the sincerity of the devotees. Not the qualification. It's not the qualification that brought the success to the movement. It's the sincerity of purpose. They sincerely followed the order the spiritual master said. That was the success we got. But now, we have so many qualified people, and we are not going directly. Because now we are using our strength. We are not using the strength of our chariots. We are simply using our brain only, which has no value without Krishna consciousness. So we should always think that I'm giving this a chance. I'm not qualified, but I've been given this chance. Let me be careful so I can be guided to do my duty nicely. If you have this mentality, you will succeed. We will not destroy ourselves and destroy others. we will act perfectly because we'll be guided to do the right thing. Why Krishna is sitting in the heart. This movement is conducted, guided by the perfect acharyas. They are alive and they're ready to support anyone who sincerely follow them. So even if we are appointed to a post without qualification, if we are sincere, we'll be helped. But if you're not sincere to follow, we're thinking, yeah, this is my right. After 20 years of chanting Hare Krishna, now I've gotten the position, so I'm the Lord now. We will destroy ourselves and destroy others, which is dangerous. It is happening, and it's very unfortunate. The success of Krishna conscious person or Krishna conscious movement, it is not the number of congregation we have. It is not the properties we have. That is not the success. You know how many disciples you have. The success is how many of our congregational members are becoming pure devotees. So we are dealing with the many and forgetting the one. It's a failure. As we are dealing with the many, we should not forget the one. We should remember the one. We should look for those who are ready to be empowered to follow this process and become pure, perfect devotee. All along the movement, every devotee knows that Srila Prabhupada lies Sankirtan, be his spirit, his life. The book distribution is giving him life. But towards the end, a devotee asked Prabhupada, what pleases you the most? All Sankhya devotees' ears were open. Prabhupada is going to confirm us. Book distributors are going back home to back to God. But Prabhupada said, if you become a pure devotee, that will please me. That's what we want. So, Lord Ramachandra's advent is to come and remove these clouds that covers us to see the truth. One of our children said, he said, Lord Ramachandra is called Sita Abhirama. He gives pleasure to Sita, not Sita giving him pleasure. So it's not because of Sita that he's setting the standard of killing a demon to set the religious principle. It is not. He is the source of satisfaction himself that he gives to whoever follows him. That is his position. So we should look at what is the purpose of our chariots and the personality of God. What are they coming to do here? And why is Srila Prabhupada established ISKCON? To make pure devotees. Which is not there. It's to make pure devotees. That is said in Bhagavad Gita. If I can make one pure devotee, I will consider my attempt a success. We will consider ourselves part of the movement or follower of Srila Prabhupada if that is our concern. To please Prabhupada by following in such a way that we can become a pure devotee and be a true, perfect, bona fide representative of Prabhupada, not just managerially, but devotionally. That is success. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Maharaj ji.
Hare Krishna.
In Mahabharata, Ashwatthama is a Brahmana and Lord Krishna punished him by cutting his throat. And here we listen the dog is asking for make the Brahmana king as a punishment. So how this can be differentiate?
Ashwatthama?
Ashwatthama killed Draupadi's
children.
And then Arjuna and Lord Krishna decided to cut her sikha and the cost of money, the money and snatch his cost of money and left her as cut his sikha, the punishment for the Brahmana.
Yes.
What
That-
is the question?
The difference, the same punishment for this in this story, dog can give. How to understand the difference between these different punishments for Brahmana?
Both of them are punished. Accordingly, both are punished. Ashwatthama was punished. Actually, that was dead. That was dead. Because Lord Krishna did not want to completely disappoint Draupadi. He made it happen, but it's dead. For a satira, that was dead. It should have died. But he left him. So he was punished in that way. And this Brahman also was punished accordingly, according to their dealings. Punishment is meted according to their dealings.
Here also the Lord Rama also gives the same punishment for this Brahmana.
Yes. The Brahmana was punished for acting improperly. He was not physically killed, but he was put in the process that he killed himself. He was given a big position like that. And that is how to punish a person who is proud, who is not self-controlled. That's the best way to punish a person. No, the Supreme Lord is very, very intelligent. He knows how to deal with every situation perfectly. So put him in that position, he will die very soon. So that's what happened to him. He will not last there. I gave example also of King Nahusa. Nahusa, this way he died also. He asked powerful 𝐤𝐬𝐬. It is said that if we put Mount Meru here and put 𝐤𝐬𝐬 here, 𝐤𝐬𝐬 will raise the mountain up. His weight is higher than the Mount Meru. And Nahusa told a person to carry him on palanquin. That is dangerous. And he died. That's true. There are different ways to kill people. There are different weapons. And Prabhupada said, as everything has its purpose, it is the duty of an intelligent person to know how to apply everything for its purpose. And the Supreme Lord is doing just that. Applying everything as the situation demands. As a Supreme Lord. Very, very powerful and supreme. His activities are very sweet. So devotees are happy with the Supreme Lord. Like I told you, I was very happy, and I'm still very happy with the Lord. How he brought back everyone back to Sugriva. I said, Jai Ramchandra Bhagwan ki. Yeah, thank you. Yes, I was so happy. I was laughing. Nobody was there with me. But I was enjoying it. I was enjoying it. So sweet. So sweet. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman ki. Hare Krishna.
His Bhakti
Jai
Dhira
Shri
Maharaj ki.
Srila Prabhupada.